Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Sweet Tea with Coach Key. I wanted to do this episode on the topic, God knows that you're not ungrateful. I think a lot of times when we have goals and ambitions and we see ourselves more further in life, and what I mean by further is with a different mindset, with different, more meaningful goals, our values have changed, things have shifted and changed, and we want to continue to evolve and get better and do better and have better. It's not always the instance of having more. Sometimes it's just having a better way of life, having peace, having, utilizing your gifts and talents to bless other people, having more discipline. Sometimes our life is not exactly what we would want it to be ultimately. And we could be doing just fine. Everything's pretty much going good, but this is not where your spirit is okay with staying. And I think that based on the conversation or whom you're speaking with, it can be perceived as you're being ungrateful, like nothing is ever enough. And God knows your heart. I don't know who this message is for, but I just want you to know that God knows that you're not ungrateful. God knows that He put something inside of you that will have you to strive for more, not become complacent, not become comfortable and just mediocre. Because ultimately, if you're striving for more, you know that there's more out there. Where you are right now is mediocre. It's the middle point. It's not exactly it's not where you ultimately will be. It's not the closest. It's not closest to where you will ultimately end up. And when I mean end up is the end of your journey. It's not the ultimate destination is for us to reach heaven. Excuse me. So if you know that living a life that's more meaningful, more purposeful, more, exciting, more rejuvenating, than where you are, then the Lord knows your heart. He is the God of more than enough. Why would we serve a God that is named, that is called more, oh my goodness. His purpose and his word says that He is the God of more than enough. So why should we settle for mediocrity and just enough to make it by? I just got my head above water. This is, just enough, God knows that you're not ungrateful. So I just encourage you on this day and beyond to know your word, know who your Father is, and know that He knows your heart. And consider the audience in which you're speaking to when you have these conversations, because some people, based on their beliefs, most times limiting, I'm going to go ahead and say limiting, if they're trying to talk you against, discovering what God has placed inside of you, their limiting beliefs, they can, deter you from seeing what else God has for you out there. So again, don't be discouraged. Don't feel condemned. Don't even feel convicted. If God has placed more inside of you, go discover more. And to that point, I also believe that if you're not willing to do that, be willing to, take that leap and continue on this journey, to where you ultimately will be, then you're being disobedient, because God has placed something in you and it's up to you to discover that thing, and continue on this journey. So take care.